Hi guys, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. This is Ness. So for today, as promised, I will be sharing with you my backyard. The plants that are in here are in a lot of varieties. So without further ado, please click the like and subscribe button if you're into this type of content. And we'll start off with my plants in this baker's rack. So I got this baker's rack when we were thrifting. I think I only got it for like $60, and I decided to repurpose this as my shelving for my plants. So some of my indoor plants are also here. This is an Aglaonema Siam. So that's my Aglaonema. I also have here a Dischidia ovata. Kind of look like a peperomia, but this is a type of Dischidia. So you can see the foliage kind of resembles a watermelon. And on this corner I have here, this is called the Goldfish plant, because when it blooms it kind of resembles a goldfish. I have it in a moss planter, so I'm waiting for this to go green. This is an acorn that I just picked up from work. And then this one is a type of a cactus. If I'm not mistaken, this is an Opuntia. So I'm sorry about the noise. And this is some type of Crotons. It has like a yellow speckles right there. And if you don't water this on time, it will really like droop and it looks like it's dying. And then on this other shelf, this is my Dischidia oyanta, and this is in a variegated form. I also have it in a green cascade. I'll show you later, but this is the variegated form. So you can see the variegation is on the edges. It's quite thick, so you don't have to water this too much. I have here some propagation of string of hearts, the variegated one. So you can see the pink, white, and green color of the leaves. I also have it in a nice planter. It's like a Chinese planter. This one, it just started to grow again, but at some point it used to be like a trailing pothos. This is an Android pothos, but now it's trailing, it's growing back again. I'm waiting for it to trail. I have here a froggy begonia. So look at the foliage, it kind of look like a frog in color. Oh, that's a froggy begonia. These two are just succulents. This is Boros tail. I don't know the name of this one. I have a lot of this in my backyard because they're easy to grow. This is air plants right here. This is another air plant, and they are just easy to manage. You just mist them 2 to 3 times a week, or sometimes even less. But yep, this one is called Spanish moss, and this one is called Brachyllus. I don't know if I'm butchering the name, but it's called Brachyllus. It's on a driftwood, so I can hang this anywhere I like. And they have a purple flower, but right now it's wilted, so it has like just a moss, and it's growing. I have here a variegated scadens. It's a Cupid's cadence, heart-shaped plant. And I also have the normal version for that is this Cupid's Cadence that's not variegated. So let's move on to this plant right here. This is another trailing plant, and this is called the arrowhead, string of arrowhead. You can see it's kind of like triangular in shape, unlike the string of hearts that it's like perfectly heart shaped. This is kind of like an arrow in shape. Right here is my orchid. So right now it's starting to shoot out a new bloom right here, so we'll wait. But if I remember it correctly, this is a violet orchid. I have here a succulents pot, and I have a very beautiful coral cactus. If you can see, the stem is green, dark green, and the top part is kind of like silver coral reef shaped cactus, because that is a combination of two cactus. And then I have a Monstera Peru right here. This is not my mama plant, this is just a baby plant. So I'm trying to propagate it and then maybe gift it to someone for Christmas. Over here, this is my Syngonium Albo. I noticed one of its leaves is kind of like reverting, but at least this new leaves has some white again. But if you can see here, it has like a half moon variegation. Really nice. At the back, I have a confetti syngonium. This syngonium has a speckles of pink. You can see right there the speckles of pink, and I'm seeing a new growth down below right there. So we'll wait. I have a ponytail plant right here. Really nice. And this one is this is my very first string of hearts. I don't know if you can see it right there. It's starting to trail. I remember back in the days it used to be so expensive. I think I got it for like $90 for just this much. I think 3 of this cost me $90. So when I found another one in my local nursery shop for lesser than that, I think I only got this for not even $50, but it's really lush and it has a big leaves already. Very juicy and big leaves for this succulents, and it's starting to flower right there. Really nice. If you can see the top of it, it's very lush. That's why I really love it. Right there. Super lush. And I also got myself the normal version for that plant. This is a regular woodsy eye, I think. String of hearts. You can see the foliage, So nice, and pink at the back and green on the top with some silver speckles. So that's how it looks, and it started to trail. A nice trailing. So it's right there. You can see. When I got it, it was just like right here. It's growing. Right here is my toasty Monolena. It could have been a pretty plant. I don't know, I'm doing something wrong with this one, but hopefully it won't die on me. It has a very nice foliage. And on this corner is my Monstera Adansonii. So that's my Monstera Adansonii right there. I also have a nerve plant that is trying to survive. I'm not kidding. This is a very... I'll insert a picture when it was still like on its finest. And here also I have a turtle, string of turtle, but it wasn't looking so nice right now. Over here is a silver dollar. I got this plant stand at Rose Bowl Flea Market when we went to LA a few weeks back. So that's my silver dollar. Super lush. This plant is my Anthurium Philomanii. It has some variegation. I'll insert a picture of the leaves right here that has a very nice variegation. It's color yellow, but then it's already dried out. And then here is a compacta right here. I love the foliage of this plant. If you see it from afar, you might think it's fake, but it's really nice. Super nice plant. Another plant I have is a bird's nest fern. It's growing nicely right here. I have some peperomia. And I forgot the name of this plant, but it's flowering right now. Usually there's a lot of this plant in Home Depot. I also have here my Treubii Moonlight, but I'm trying to rehab this plant because I accidentally killed the roots. There's some root rots going on, so I decided to put it back in a sphagnum moss. Okay. So this is a very nice succulents. I will insert the name of this succulents, but it has a very big rosettes type of leaves, and then when you see the baby leaves, it grows under the big leaves. So I don't know if I can show you one. This one is kind of like a baby leaves, so you'll see it under the big leaves. So this planter used to be for my grapes, but I ended up using it for my succulents. And then this one is my ZZ plant. I thought it was dying, but I just planted it. So this is kind of like a rehab facility for my plants. I have some propagation of Peperomia Frost that I didn't even realize I was propagating. It just started to grow there. And I have some succulents as well. So this is my red Maranta praying plant. I have some of these inside my house, but this one is growing here, so I just let her stay there. I have a dragon fruit tree right here, and this one is my, how do you call that one? I'm gonna tell you this plant later. This one is my hibiscus. It's color red. So it's right there. And this is one of my very favorite plants. This is called Bracenia. It's kind of like a bush plant. Look at the variegation. It's like mottled dark green, cream, and some pink going on. There's pink stems. Really nice plant. And I have a trellis here for my jasmine. So when it's blooming, it's really fragrant. And you can see all the white flowers right there. And I love this vining grapes. So it's dying already, like the leaves are wilting away. So my awning, when it's springtime, you will see the grapes kind of like drooping from up there. And this is covered with a lot of leaves. And then over here, I have a very tall rose, and it has a yellow roses. Super fragrant, very nice smell. So I see I see bees and a lot of animals there, like insects. Sorry. And then here, this is my snake plant. I got this nice plant holder. It's like a bike. Rusted. And in front I have my Philodendron cream of splash. My cream splash, Philodendron, it's trailing. Super nice. And my Sansevieria at the back. And I have here a very nice bonsai Opikuliari. I'll insert the name for this bonsai, but it's kind of like different. This can grow tall, but it looks like a tree. I love the button leaves. Actually, it's my daughter that fell in love with this plant when we were in Rose Bowl Flea Market, and she wanted me to get it for her, so I got this for her. And it's in a very nice terracotta rainbow pot because she's into rainbow. Remember I was telling you about the Oyanta? This is the Dischidia Oyanta Green Cascade. The one I have a while ago, that one I had shown you a while ago, is the variegated form of this one. So that's the one. And it's in a honeycomb planter. Over here is another type of Sansevieria. This Sansevieria is called Golden Honey. And the way of the leaves are, it's kind of like a oval shape. Unlike this one, this Sansevieria is tall and elongated. This one is oval in shape, and it's kind of like rosette, you know, like rosette style of leaves. I have here a Philodendron heart leaf. So it's trailing, starting to trail. I think I only got it for like $2 on clearance section in Walmart. And I got 2 of them and I potted in here. This is, yep, Philodendron scadens. So it's housed in my vintage plant stand, but it's a stool before. I have here another type of Syngonium. I will also put the name on the screen, but it's very lush, super lush. Yep, Super nice foliage for this guy. I have here a Marginata. And here is my Oxalis, but this is the green form. I have another type of Calathea here. So these are my Calathea. I'll also insert the name. Can't remember. This is a very nice lemon lime Calathea. I have another red Maranta here, the praying plant. On that corner, I have my camellia, my very own camellia. So Chanel has the white camellia and I have the pink one. And then here, this shelf is given by a good friend of mine. I've housed a lot of plants from different varieties. So this is my bear paw succulents. This is a variegated form. And then right here is a cotton candy. Has a pink flower. This is a type of begonia. That is my begonia right there. I have a Pilea Peperomioides. I have some mint at the back. So if you smell it, so minty. And then right here is some type of a leathery succulents. I don't know the name, but I'll put it there on the screen later. This side I have a Hoya Fichii. If you want to see my Hoya collection, it's on my YouTube list. This is a Dakii, a Finlaysonii, and I have here the fishtail Hoya or Hoya polyneura. I have an emerald pothos right here. This is a rare form of pothos as well. You can see the variegation there. The inner side is kind of like a light green, and the dark edges is like dark green. Hanging over here is my Crimson Princess. Here is my Australis Lisa. It's another type of Hoya. And this is a Hoya compacta variegata. So down here, let's start off with my Petunia. This is a nerve plant. You can see the veining is really gorgeous. And this one is also a dramatic plant. If you forgot to water it on schedule, it will droop on you. I have here a very nice begonia. This is Begonia miralis. So on this pot is my Freddy. This is my Alocasia Frydek, but it's just a stump right now because it died on me. Back here is just a golden pothos, and I have a propagation of Woodsii ceropagia. Down here is my dragon's tail plant. It's very lush. And I also have, I think this is Maui's begonia, and a propagation of Crimson Princess right here. And on that corner is my Peperomia Frost. This is a not so good looking Monstera, the regular Monstera. I don't know, it's dying on me. And I also have a Philodendron Red Congo. See, I think this one, it got overexposed to sun. That's why you can see it has like a sun bleach. But now it has a new leaves right here, and it's super pretty right there, you can see. And then over this corner is my Variegated Schefflera. Super nice. This one reminds me of Takashi Murakami flower design. So over here is my fish hook. Oh no, this is banana string or teardrop string. And I have my Hoya Bella. I have two of this plant. It's on a very nice basket. And on top is my staghorn. Really nice. I love that plant. And right here is my Silver Glory. You can see the difference on this one. It looks like a kidney. This is the Silver Glory. That's how it looks. Started to trail, and it's really nice. I have here some type of Hoya. This is Hoya caryi. It's hard in shape, and all the tendrils are getting long, so hopefully it gives me a lot of peduncles, so I'll have a lot of bloom. So these are my collection of Hoyas. I have Hoya curtisii on top right there. So it has like a spade looking leaves, and it started to trail. And over here is a Hoya carnosa, and it has a lot of peduncles going on right there. And I also have one here, so I can't wait for it to bloom. Yeah. Over there is another Hoya Bella. So yep, sometimes I get two plants, so I have a backup just in case something happened with the other one. And then this this planter is my Hoya pubicalyx splash. Look at the splashing here. It's very gorgeous. Yeah, kind of like pink sometimes, and then some of it is really like silver in color. And then over here, oh my god, this is my very first Hoya that bloomed for me, and this is my Hoya multiflora. You can see the bloom is kind of like a dragon, but then when it's still closed, it looks like a star. Yep, that. And on this corner, it's my Hoya pubicalyx. I think this is a Hawaiian purple. And I also use my how do you call this one? The wood for my awning. This is Hoya Sunrise. I sun stressed it, and it came out so pretty. Super nice. And I love this terracotta pot as well. See? And over here you can see it has some peduncle already. So they said even though it looks like kind of dry and dead, don't remove it, because that's where you see the peduncle or the bloom. It can bloom again. I have some type of succulents here, and I have Hoya Hawaiian purple right here. This is a propagation. And I have another succulents right there. And the bird's place. We used to have 2 tenants there, but they're not back yet. So here I have a ladder that I end up putting right here to house some of my plants. So let's start off with this teardrop peperomia. Super soft and thick, so it can hold a lot of water, so you don't have to water this often. I have here my Hoya ovata. I love it for this round shaped leaves. And this is my fish hook Hoya. Oh no, fish hook and a string of dolphin. See, you can see it's really dolphin shape, and it's different from this fish hook Hoya. That looks like a hook. And over here I have a teardrop peperomia right there, and at the back I have an obstifolia. This one I'm having a hard time growing. Oh, orbifolia. Yeah, this is a Philodendron Bipennifolium. Yep, have a new shoot, and it's in a very nice ceramic pot that has a saucer. Over here is a rare find as well. This is my global pothos. This is originally from Japan. I have one of these. I got this like as a maybe 2 stems, and then one time I was in Walmart and I found this plant, but I think it was my friend who got this for me. But I also find one in Walmart, and they're very lush. And here is my Zebrina. Has a very beautiful succulent flower that looks like a zebra. I have Australis lisa here and a calancho succulent right here. Has like a brown edge. It kind of reminds me of bear's paw, but this has a brown toasted looking edges. So this planter, my husband got this for me, and he wasn't expecting that it's gonna be so heavy. He almost break his back for this planter, but I really love it because this is the plant that my very good friend gave me, and I named it after her. This is Gloria. Yeah. So I don't know if you do that, but yeah, I named it after my friend. On this corner I have some cactus. This is a desert rose. You can see it's starting to bud some flowers for me. They said that this love to be stressed out. These 2 are my plants. They have beautiful looking flower. This one is the Zebrina plant. Has a very nice yellow zebra flower with a red circle in the middle. This one, I'll insert the name, but it has a very nice big star flower. I think this is called starfish. And I also have this to stay away, like if I have some insects, they don't want it. They don't want this plant. So yeah, it's a very natural insect repellent. This one, I just got this recently in IKEA, and this is where I house some of my plants that loves humidity. So I have here a Thanksgiving cactus, I have Dischidia, I have a Philodendron neon, and this is another cream splash. I have Crimson Princess, I have Peperomia Hope. So most of the plants that love humidity, I put them here. I usually air it out and then just close them back like this. This is very inexpensive if you don't have a bigger place for your house, for your apartment. You can use this to house some plants that really loves humidity. This one, oh, this is from last Thanksgiving. My daughter loves to draw my plants, so yep, that's her drawing. And over here, I used a branch of my grapes for my hoya. Look at this hoya. Look at that, it's really nice. And here is my string of pearls. It's just the regular form, not the variegated one. And for this one, this is Hoya Bortunii. It started to have some sun stress right there. And then if you can see over here, I have a bunch of plants. This one, it has a very nice smelly flower, very fragrant, color yellow, and it's some type of jasmine as well. I have some rosemary on that purple pot. I have a different kind of orchid, another type of sansevieria, and then on the owl planter right there is a very nice size of jade. And then on that planter right next to it is my boros tail. And then on those yellow planters are just some cactus and a pot of aloe vera and different succulents right there. If you can see, my boros tail is trailing all the way down to the floor. Yeah, right there. And on the very corner right there is my orange. That is my orange. So I don't know how I did it, but my backyard is just a small space, but I end up putting some fruit bearing trees. So let's go over here in the middle of my let's move towards here on my table. I have a very nice planter that I got when we were antiquing. It's kind of like a boat shape, and I decided to pick some of my succulents and put them all together here, and now they look so lush, very lush. And then I have some planter here waiting to be planted, and this is where I put some water for my water propagation. I have here a Hoya Comengiana, and over here is my mini Monstera. And if you can see this one, I think I just got this, you can get this in Hobby Lobby, and it's kind of like a tower of my propagation for my Hoya. So I have some Hoya australis lisa, I have Hoya pubic calyx, I have Hoya sunrise, I have some succulents, and then you can get also this very nice cheap ceramics It's very inexpensive. If you go to the antique store, you can get this for like $1. I have some lit ups right there. That's where the new bud is coming out. So have some lit ups here as well. It's a bud lit ups, I think. You can see right there. This one is Hoya numularoides, and it's sun stressed right now. And then over here is my Hoya hushkiliana. Right there, Hoya hushkiliana. This one is Kentiana and Hoya shepherdii is right here. Yep, and I usually have my misting thing right here so I can mist them. And then let's move towards this area. So these are some of my plants. I have a basil leaves right there. So you can cook adobo. It's a Filipino dish that uses these leaves. And I have some bush with yellow and pink flowers. I also have here, so those are the flowers for that. And this tree right here is a fuchsia plant. It has a purple and pink bloom, usually mid-March, April. I'll insert a picture of the bloom. This is my old fountain. I repurposed it because it wasn't working anymore, but I use it as a succulent planter now, and it came out beautiful. I have here Peperomia guinea in this beautiful planter that I got from an antique shop. And then on this side I just have a bamboo, some flowers and tomatoes. Now look at those flowers. And then I have some tomatoes. It kind of looks like a daffodil. I don't know the name of the flowers, but this bushy thing is a rosemary, and it started to give me the lavender color flowers. And I have here on the corner an olive tree. So let's move towards that side. Right here I have my bougainvillea tree. That's my bougainvillea tree. This is my Mandevilla plant. I also have here a lot of lemon mare. So here they're getting big, and nice. And then over here is my rose. That's a rose. And I have here calamansi tree. I have one right here. I can show you. This is another type of lemon, but it's called calamansi. Yep, right there. So it's getting big. You can see I have some over there that's already ripe and ready to be harvested. So this is my bed for my mint, basil, parsley, and then on this side I just have my Mayor lemon. I forgot to mention another plant here on my table. This is my Syngonium Pink Splash, and right next to it is my Neon Pothos. So I think that's all my plants in my backyard. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you will see my next. If yeah, and if you like, please do subscribe and comment down below if you have any questions. Thank you, and you have a great day. Bye.